this week's Parsha, Baha'alotcha, is really important because it's actually the beginning of the journey of the people of Israel into the land of Israel. And before they get started, Moses goes to his father-in-law and says, "Come with us to journey to the land that God has given us." Well, I am about to embark on another kind of journey as we've put together a trip to Israel that will be leaving the very end of October. And we would love for you to join us. There's a meeting this coming Tuesday, June 12th, here at the synagogue to learn more about it, and it's in the attached link. I have 3 people with me who went on the last adult trip that I took, and I'm joined by Ella Mogilevsky, Jerry Siegel, and Carol Bromer, who will say a word.
Yes, it was a wonderful time. I would encourage all of you to come to the meeting, learn more about it, and join Rabbi for a time you'll never forget. And it was a bonding time for all of us that did go. You can't help but enjoy it all.
It was my fourth trip to Israel, and as always, it's just wonderful to be there and experience Israel once again. We studied together. To study Talmud in Jerusalem is actually simply a spectacular experience, and most of all for me, the experience of being with these wonderful people who came along and were so solicitous and so kind and formed such a wonderful, warm community. I quipped after the experience that for the rabbi, his motto was "No Jew left behind," as Eileen and I often lagged way behind the younger, more spirited members, but we got shepherded together. And as Ella said, I would warmly encourage everyone to take this opportunity to travel to Israel, not just to be there, but to be there with members of our congregation.
We had a wonderful time. We had a tremendous mix of visiting historical sites, of studying with a number of different people in different venues, of seeing children in different places, including Magan Avraham, our sister congregation where Rabbi Sadoff is headed. And we were at the Dead Sea, we were at Beersheba. We had so much information poured into our heads that it was just wonderful. And the social part of it, of going out with friends and experiencing Jerusalem and other parts of Israel, eating together, playing together, just spending time together, just left a wonderful sense of community that all of us experienced who were together.
When Moses asked his father-in-law to join him for the journey to Israel, he declined. So Moses asked him a second time, and it appears that the second time worked, and his father-in-law joined them for the journey to Israel. So don't wait for a second invitation. We hope you'll join us for this informational meeting on Tuesday, June 12th, here at Adath, and join us for the trip that leaves October 31st. Next year in Jerusalem.